When you see someone or hear someone share their own personal experience, it can't be argued. It's theirs. Gettysburg is known, and Adams County is known so much for Civil War, which is super important, and those stories are very important to tell, and also history's happening right now. We need to study what's happened in the past and also pay attention to what's happening now and know that in the future people are going to want to look back and see what we were doing and how we arrived to where we are. So continuing current stories are just as important. So in 2014, I participated in a show called Listen to Your Mother.
Sometimes I feel like a mama bear. And I too feel that it's my job to fiercely protect my young.
I shared a story about my son. He was kind of a tough kid and would smack things that were red.
This phase just so happened to correspond with the holiday season.
He smacked a woman in a store who was wearing a red sweater, and she hit him back.
He hit me first. Seriously, that's what she said.
And the experience for the audience to just bear witness to these stories that everyone could relate to, that was transforming for me. And I thought, this is such an amazing format to bring people together to tell stories on a universal theme.
I first got involved because Lisa was doing the People Project with Gettysburg College, and I was part of the Mideast Peace and Justice group, and we were looking to do something.
And we just did stories of empathy and compassion. Tell me a story of when you've been moved by empathy and compassion or you've practiced it. And then the PA Sharp grant became available through PA Humanities, and we're able to do an amazing project in 2022. We incorporated original music and performances and storytelling, and then had an exhibit of visual art that lasted the whole weekend for people to create on a theme that was chosen by our community. And we basically were just asking people, what resonates with you about Adams County? Coming out of COVID, it changed the way we all thought about sharing a meal together. And my place at the table was the winner.
Right away, I thought I would love to tell my Thanksgiving story. I was born in England. When I was 3 years old, my family moved back to Pakistan. And when I was 13, we moved to Zambia. So I came to the US to do a residency in radiology because I wouldn't have had that opportunity in Zambia or Pakistan. My first Thanksgiving was actually the first year that I was here. I had only been in this country since July. One of the surgeons at the hospital invited all the interns to his house for Thanksgiving dinner. There was just nothing with that meal that was appetizing.
Though not a vegetarian, I had never had turkey before. But as we know, at traditional Thanksgiving dinner, turkey is the main dish.
I didn't know what to do with gravy. I hated the turkey. I thought it was so bland. There was sweet potato, and there was a carrot casserole that was sweet. It just didn't make sense to be eating that as a meal. Then came the apple pie, which was just not something I had ever experienced. It was cooked apple in this dough.
Well, today, it's one of my favorite desserts.
People have to change their paradigm when they move to a new place and when cultures are so different. You know, it is a divisive time. And also, when you get down to that micro level again of the stories and you spend time one-on-one with a person, it's a lot harder to judge.
And once you connect on a story, you can't not like a person, right? You you have something in common. Their narrative and your narrative have an overlap. People need to know each other as humans.
Because when you get multiple perspectives on a universal theme, it just broadens your viewpoint of people, and it helps you understand them better and love each other a little better, and empathy and compassion and all that good stuff.